Hey everyone, welcome to Tutort Academy. So my name is Chirag Vaishnav and this is the part 2 for the wildcard matching video. So in the part 1 we have discussed the problem statement and the logic that we will be building on, and for not in order to make that video so much long, we have decided to take the part 2 because this is a very standard problem, and a lot of things are there to think about, to learn about, to understand it, to observe it, to take it deep dive into our heart so that we can solve the problems like this. So it is a very standard problem. A lot of problems are like that, like if you're having edit distance, or if you're having longest common subsequence, what you have to do, you have to take cases, you have to make sub cases. DP on string is basically revolving around this concept only, and I wanted to explain it in detail. So that's why, not in order to make it that quick, we have decided to take two parts of this video. So part 1 of the wildcard matching should have been uploaded till now, so you should watch it out, you should check it out before this video, and I'm definitely sure that you will understand a lot of things. We have discussed a lot of things. So without further ado, let's get started with the explanation part again. So do watch till end, and try it by yourself as well. Try to make notes and understand it, and use star as, if you star as a space, what we will be doing, we will be taking it as n and m plus 1. We will be taking it as n and m plus 1. Else, if I am using it as a character, right? So now here one tricky case arrives, that if suppose I am using it as a character, but I'm not sure that I need one more or not. So what we will be doing, suppose first used r. Right? So there two cases will arrive. Suppose I used C, H, question mark I used as I, right? And in the case of star, I have used R, right? So now two cases will arrive. Will I go for next character or will I not go for next character, right? So star G and CH star RG, right? So if I use it as a space, if I use it as a one more character star, right? So these will be the two cases, and these will be the two sub cases that we will be dealing with every time, right? So in the case of using it as space, won't it be again this one? Yes. And if we use it as a star, so if we use it as a star, right? So what will be the remaining number of terms that we will be having? Again, we have to use it star G. Again, two terms are ahead of me, so I will not move further in this, but I will move further in pattern. So it will be n plus 1 m, right? So what we will be doing is, if I'm using star as empty, and if I'm using star as star, because it will be n m plus 1 and n plus 1 m, and the thing is that because we have to return boolean, so it will be or of both. If one of them returns true, it simply means that okay, with the help of pattern I can convert it into a string, and that's how it will work. So it will be wm of n comma m plus 1 or wm of n plus 1 comma m, right? So these will be the three conditions that we have to deal with, right? So try to write it in recursive code. So I have tried to explain it in a very better way, right? I've tried to explain it in best way that is possible. Now let's move to the code part so that we can move further. Okay, so here we are. So code is being written in dynamic programming bottom up approach, but still the thing is same. So what you have to do, right? I'm giving you the basic crux, because I don't want to mug you up the proper solution, because if we do that, it will be like I'm not getting you to think, right? And I want you to think particularly. So what you have to do, first you have to create a in the presentation we have discussed what will be the recursive approach, what will be the top down approach. Basically what you have to do, you have to start from the prefix, and you have to see there will be three cases, either they will be equal, right? So what you have to do, you have to move n plus 1, either pattern will be quotient, then what you have to do, you have to move n plus 1, either they will be star. So what you have to do, you have to take order or of n m plus 1 or m plus 1 n, Else, if still all the things that does not match, you have to return false directly here, right? You have to return false, that nothing is being matched. So this was the recursive approach, and now how we can implement it in bottom up approach, right? So bottom up, in bottom up obviously we have more control, so I prefer bottom up, right? So in the case of bottom up, what you have to do, if it matches, if it matches, or if we are having a question mark, if it matches or if we are having a question mark, then what you have to do, you have to check for the previous one, right? You have to check for the previous one. So let me just quickly make up a table for you. Suppose I'm having AA, and suppose I'm having AA and AA, B and A star, right? So what will be what it will be like? Right, so obviously it is true, it is true. Now in the case of I'm having this is my pattern and this is my string, so I'm having empty string, I'm having a pattern A and I have to make an empty string. Is it possible? No, right? And I'm having a star here, but the star is after A. So is the pattern till A possible or not? No, it's not possible, so I will be returning false here, right? Suppose if star was here, if star was here, what it will be? It will be true, because we can use star as empty, and if I am having string as empty and I am having pattern as star, so can I use a star as a empty strings and make the pattern? Yes, so it will be true as well. So till the time we are having star, what we will be doing, we will be using what was the previous case, right? So in the case of A, it will be false and it will be false again, right? Now if I'm having pattern empty and I'm having string A B, is it possible? No, right? Now in the case of this and this, I'm having SI equals PI, I'm having SI equals PI. So this is the equal case. So what we will be doing is we will be checking that, okay, was the previous means n minus 1 m minus 1 was a wildcard pattern matching or not? So it was, so return true here. Now in the case of A and A, again it is matching, but was the previous one matching? Means I minus 1 j minus 1. No, it was not. It's not equal. It is not equal, so obviously it will be false. Now in the case of star, what we will be doing is, in the case of star, what you have to do, you have to check OR. What you have to do, you have to check OR for n minus 1 j and j n minus 1. Means n minus 1 m or m n or m minus 1, right? So this was the base. So basically what you have to do, you have to check OR for this one and this one. So it is true, right? Now in this case again, star and A, what you have to do, you have to check OR for this and this, and in this case also you have to check OR for this and this, right? So it shows that, okay, we can make a string. It shows that we can make a string in AAB and A star. So if we put star as AB, then we will be able to get up to this, right? So this is the basic bottom up approach. So I hope you got it right. So let's head over to this. So the same thing is being written here. What you have to do, you have to make a DP. What you have to do, you have to initialize the 0 0 element as 1, because yes, empty string and empty pattern can form. Right, now for the first row you have to fill the special case that I discussed, that if there is a star, what you have to do, you have to check what is the previous value. Was the previous wildcard pattern matching possible or not? Again in the case there will be two things. If the pattern is matching, or we are having pattern as question mark, then what we will be doing is we will be checking the previous one. Else if there is star, we will be taking the OR of the left and top, that is I minus 1 j and I j minus 1, and we have to return the final index. So this is how we have written this code. So I hope you like the solution. If you like the solution, do give a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel, and thanks for watching.